This is Ag Matters PM from the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network, brought to you by the Iowa Soybean Association. Your daily recap of the information that affects Iowa's farmers, producers, and consumers, right here in the heart of the heartland. With reports from our award-winning broadcast team of Dustin Hoffman, Riley Smith, and Mark Magnuson. Now, from the IARN studios in Des Moines, here's Mark Magnuson.
Hello and welcome into Ag Matters PM from the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. I'm Mark Magnuson. Today is Monday, September 30th, 2024, and we're so glad you can join us for today's show. In today's episode, I will be joined by Kaylene Ballesteros of John Deere, so we're going to learn more about the 6M series of tractors. It is time now to hear from our sponsor, the Iowa Soybean Association and the Soybean Checkoff. You're watching Ag Matters PM.
Iowa Soybean Association is driven to deliver for Iowa's 40,000 soybean farmers. We're proud to provide objective agronomic research, a helping hand with soil and water stewardship, and timely industry news powered by the Soybean Checkoff. Learn more at iasoybeans.com.
Today on Ag Matters PM, I am joined by Kaylene Ballesteros of John Deere. Kaylene going to tell us all about the 6M series of tractors from John Deere.
Mark Magnuson for the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network, and I'm here today with Kaylene Ballesteros at John Deere at Farm Progress Show 2024. Kaylene, could you tell me please your role within John Deere's organization?
Yes, I am go-to-market manager for dairy and livestock products here at John Deere.
And Kaylene, what are we standing in front of here today? What are you excited to tell us about?
Yes, this is our magnificent 6M. It is a new addition to our 6M lineup. And so our 6Ms we launched earlier this summer. It is not necessarily a new series that we have at John Deere, but it is an expanded series that we have.
And why should farmers be excited about the 6M series?
Yeah, so what really makes this unique is that it is so versatile. So if you are a customer that has short, quick jobs, you need to go move hay, you need to bale, you need to pull a slurry wagon, and you're just always on the go with that tractor, you need something quick and nimble but has the performance, the 6M is for you.
And I would think as well, in a time where there's a little bit of an economic crunch, that people would be looking for something that has that very same word, versatile, because they don't want to have just one piece of equipment that does just one thing.
Exactly, and you hit the nail right on the head. So our 6M really is that mid-spec level tractor, and so we do have a 6R. The 6R is a little bit more, probably got more of the comfort features. It's that ultimate package from a spec level perspective, but we understand that there are customers that would like that mid-spec and have something that's still versatile, has that high performance, and can get the job done.
And this baler that the tractor is connected to, is this a feature that these two come together? Is it a feature that it can be at, or you can use this baler with this tractor and it just works well?
Oh, for sure. So you can pull any baler behind this tractor that you would like to. However, this here is one of our 1 series tractor balers. Specifically, it is our 5x6 size. And so with that, we've got our high capacity pickup, where you're going to see about 80 more bales a day on average compared to a standard pickup, and we have it's a pre-cutter, so if you are grinding hay in a tub, it allows you to actually cut that here, and it saves on waste that you might have if you're doing that cutting in a tub. And so that, combined with the tractor and the technology that we have through John Deere Operations Center, whether that's equipment maintenance, equipment health, operator efficiency, agronomic decisions while you're baling, like what was my yield in this field? What was the yield on one side versus the other? Moisture, bale count, we can do all of that and track it all at the palm of your hand with John Deere Operations Center.
That's kind of funny. That was going to be my next question. I know John Deere has worked hard on that technology link between the tractor and the baler in recent years.
Yes.
So was that coming back to farmers giving you that feedback then and saying they needed to see kind of a live statistical readout or data readout?
Yeah, and you'll have a variety of reasons as to their why, but you'll see a range of, it might be I have a whole fleet and I need to manage them while I'm doing something else. I need to see what was their fuel usage, when do they need a tender truck brought out to them, why are they idling and for how long, how long is that lunch break? And then also decisions from an agronomic standpoint of, am I putting the fertilizer in the right spots? What's my yield coming out of that field as I'm baling? Also, you just have customers that say, I want to get to my child's soccer game. And so if I can manage this from afar and I can look at this while I go do something else, why not?
Kaylene, is there anything else you'd like to let our viewers, our listeners here in the state of Iowa know about this tractor, or maybe why they should consider it?
Yes, I would say if you are looking for a economically viable product, 6M is perfect for you. You can still get the job done at that higher horsepower and performance, all while using the additional green-on-green technology that we have with the free John Deere Operations Center. Please reach out to your local John Deere dealer and they will help get you set up.
Kaylene, thanks so much for the time. Appreciate it. And best of luck with the rest of the show. Have a great farm progress.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you to Kaylene Ballesteros of John Deere for joining today's show and telling us all about the 6M series of tractors. It is time now for our closing market summary. We are joined by Kenan Layden of agmarket.net. At the end of another trading day, we are joined now by Kenan Layden of agmarket.net for our closing market report. And Kenan, today we got the quarterly grain stocks report from USDA at 11 o'clock this morning. What did we learn in that report?
Yeah, I guess the biggest change on that report was the corn stocks were a little lower than the market and the USDA estimates, which had corn kind of leading the way today. Wheat and soybeans were pretty flat and pretty close to the trade estimates.
So, Kenan, with that being said, does that mean this will be a chance for at least a little bit of a move to the upside for corn? Does it mean a move for any of the other commodities based on the report today, do you think?
Yeah, it wasn't a huge market mover, and there's some historical precedents, especially in corn, that when you get a drop by this much in stocks, it usually has responded historically pretty positively. Maybe not a huge market mover, but we could see corn, continue to rally here over the next week, maybe test that 440 level, which is an important technical resistance possibly. So let's just keep hoping for some constructive movement here in the charts the rest of the week.
And we know that the ag marketplace, it likes to react to headlines, likes to react to the big news stories. So, of course, we're already thinking about that next report and what that's going to be, and that is the WASDE report, which is coming up here very shortly next week. So what are we looking forward to with that report and what it might bring to the marketplace?
Yeah, with the stocks numbers today, that the carry in on those reports is going to be lower on corn, which, should be positive for supply and demand. The big thing you'll be watching again there is yield, and then maybe some of the usage numbers domestically that the USDA has in there, any slight adjustments to there that can modify those carryouts moving forward.
Another big story that we were watching last week as far as external factors that play into the ag marketplace was, of course, Brazilian weather and what was happening in Brazil with the dryness. Has much changed in that Brazil forecast? Have we learned anything else?
Yeah, the 11 to 15, the 2 week out forecast is showing some monsoon rains coming out, but as everyone knows, that weather forecast out 11 to 15 days isn't always the most accurate. So we'll just have to see if those weather runs do pan out and they do start getting the rains, or if those weather runs are maybe, a little inaccurate, as we all know here with weather that they can be. But right now they're factoring in some rain. But until that 11 to 15 days, just very slight rain in that North Mato Grosso area.
And with the dryness situation that they're dealing with, it could very well make sense, too, that we have to see that rain actually happen before there's a response there in the marketplace. Let's go over to the other side of the ag markets and the livestock complex. What did we learn with the cattle and hogs today?
Yeah, live cattle were up slightly, feeder cattle were down today, and hogs finished mixed depending on which contract you were looking at. And I think, that looming dock workers strike might be something there that market is watching pretty closely as far as exports and some of those container ships that are moving out with, some of those animal products.
And Kenan, to that last point, is it then if that strike does happen and does go through, it would affect the livestock side of the markets more than the grain commodity side? That would be what we'd be more concerned about?
Yeah, it'll have effect on all the markets, but those container ships are probably going to take, the biggest hit in some of those exports of, cold storage, and some of those cuts of meat that are going out will probably be affected the most by that type of, dock worker strike and shutdown of that export business.
He is Kenan Layden of agmarket.net, our guest here on Monday. A lot to think about, Kenan. Thank you for the time. What's the best way for our viewers to get in touch for more marketing information?
Yeah, check us out on the web at agmarket.net and look for a broker in your area.
Thanks so much. We'll speak again soon. Have a great week.
Thank you.
That was Kenan Layden of agmarket.net with our closing market summary. Let's take a look now at the closing numbers, which can be found anytime under the market tab of our website at iowaagnet.com.
December corn closes up 6 3/4 at 424 3/4. November soybeans down 8 3/4 at 1057 even. October soybean meal up 60 cents at 344.30. October soybean oil up $1.33 at 43.51. Chicago wheat up 4 even at 584 even. Minneapolis wheat up 11 even at 619 1/4. Kansas City hard red wheat up 7 even at 583 3/4. December oats up 7 3/4 at 392 1/2. On the Merc, October live cattle up 2 cents at 183.77. October feeder cattle down 87 cents at 246.20. October lean hogs up 20 cents at 82.25. October pork cutout down 97 cents at 90.70. Class 3 milk up 21 cents at 23.33.
That does it for our closing market summary for Monday, and that brings us to the end of today's show. You can find all of our content on our website at iowaagnet.com. You can also follow us on social media at Facebook, X, TikTok, and LinkedIn. Don't forget as well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click on the notification icon as well, so that will let you know whenever we have any new video content available. You should also listen to our morning, midday, and closing market podcast, which can be found at Apple, Amazon, Google, Spotify, and Podbean. From the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network studios in Des Moines, I'm Mark Magnuson. For Riley Smith, Dustin Huffman, and Andy Peterson, we thank you for watching. This has been Ag Matters PM.